Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Mates. As you can tell, it's me and Mason. Double pivot. Ethan and Sam will be in the video. Me and Mason will be pulling the strings.
Absolutely.
Um, Today we're doing Premier League table predictions. The league starts on Friday, Arsenal home opener. So we're going to be giving you our Premier League table predictions. Um, for relegation spots, since usually we have similar teams, similar to our Portuguese League video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But we're gonna rattle off basically 20th, 19th, and 18th just to shorten things up a little bit.
Yeah,
So I can go first. My relegation in 20th, I have Ipswich, just because Gary O'Neill I don't think is a good manager. He's a PE teacher, and yeah.
that's fair.
19th, 19th, I've gone with Coventry City. Uh, Again, I don't think that they're quite good enough. 18th, I went with Hull City because I think Hull City are the team with the best chance of staying up, honestly. Coventry City, yeah, they signed Caleb Yarinki, but one guy, one 19-year-old isn't going to make your team nasty. So I have all three teams going back down. I just looked at those teams, looked at the Premier League teams, feel like the gap in quality is a little bit too big, my liking.
You know what? That's fair. Um, for my bottom three, I went with Hull, similar reasons, and Ipswich. Sorry, I should say the numbers here. 20th, I went with Hull. 19th, I went with Ipswich. And then 18th is the only one that's a little bit interesting here. Um, I went with Sunderland because they haven't really made many
Wow.
signings. I know,
Not the Black Cats. How could you think the
I
Sunderland will go
know,
down?
I know. I do hope I'm wrong. I love what Sunderland brings. I love the Stadium of Light. I love the fans. I like a lot of their players last year. I enjoyed watching them do well. I just think Europa League is going to be a lot for them to handle between the taxes and the traveling. Just not making a lot of signings. They uh, just having to worry about Europe. I don't wish injury upon them or like to predict things like that, but it happens. It's a long season. And it's just kind of, I feel like, who are they going to turn to? You almost need two teams to be in Europe, unless they're just going to not really try in one and try in the other, or if they're trying in both, it is going to be a little bit difficult to maintain. And I, I could see it going like it's just a lot to ask of a team who's been recently promoted. They've had to kind of work their way from the bottom back up, as we all know. I hope I'm wrong, but I think it just might be too much for them, and they might go down this year
Yeah.
badly.
I I definitely have Sunderland like dropping off just because Europe is tough. I would say the bonus is they kept all their players. Like none of their good players really
Yeah,
left. Nobody left. Nobody left really Sunderland besides Ayanda.
yeah.
And I still think the home crowd at the Stadium of Light will get them staying.
The fortress will hold it down. That'll be
Yeah.
enough, hopefully.
All right. Now we have Sam and Ethan's bottom three. I'm gonna say Ethan's bottom three.
Oh boy.
This is so bad.
I w-
So 20th, he's gone with Ipswich, same as me.
okay.
19th, he's gone with Hull City.
Okay.
And in 18th, he's gone for Newcastle United.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Dude.
When he sent me a voice message, I have a quote that he wanted me to read. He said, Newcastle celebrate when they kick the ball out of bounds. They deserve to go down.
That's actually Ethan's favorite quote every time Newcastle comes up. They celebrate the ball going out of
See,
bounds.
again, I have Newcastle not doing as good as last year. Because they did lose, they lost a lot of key players, but they made decent signings. I think like they have a lot of money. Like Hornacek, Dedic, those are good signings. That guy, Banzumana Torre, that they signed from Hoffenheim, he's a great player. And then they also have the same kind of forwards as last year besides Gordon. Um I do have them falling off, but I don't have them in relegation.
Yeah,
So,
that's
so
definitely not.
I don't, I don't know.
So I'll read Seb's here. Um, 20th Hull City, 19th Ipswich, and 18th. A little bit interesting here. I have this team falling as well, but not this far. Fulham.
Wow.
I would love to hear his thoughts and explanations.
Yeah, I could see it a little bit, but I think the same argument could be made for a lot of teams. Like I think their quality is just too good to go down. I mean, imagine Anthony Robinson being relegated. Like,
Yeah,
come on, he's an American international.
yeah. Come on, man.
But no, but I mean Harry Wilson. No more Harry Wilson. Um, Raul Jimenez is gone, who was their top goal scorer. But I mean, they have Kevin on the wing,
Shout out.
nasty, underrated. Um, who else do they have? Owobi still, Sander. They have a good. I think they have a good team. And
Yeah,
then they also got Gonzalo Garcia from Real Madrid, who I think is almost underrated. I think he scored 14 goals in La Liga last season, playing backup to Mbappe. So I mean,
not bad.
and then he was top goal scorer in the Club World Cup 2 years ago. So I mean, I think Fulham stay up, not
Yeah,
easily, but I
yeah,
still think they do.
definitely. I could see it.
All right,
Speaking of staying up,
now we can go. Now we can go place by place. 17th. I've gone. I don't know if this is going to be a surprise because they did kind of do good towards the end of the last season, but I just don't think they've really brought anybody to improve. And I've gone for Everton in 17th.
oh,
I think David Moyes is getting a little old. Uh,
oh, I actually wasn't
I don't
expecting
know.
that.
I don't think. I mean, with Betu and Barry up top, I just don't see this team scoring goals. Markovsky is even older. Michael Keane is even older. They haven't really brought in anybody that I'm like, oh, that guy's good. They lost Jack Grealish, so
That is true.
I don't know. That's my takes for 17th.
Um, so for me, I went with Coventry. I'm a believer. I think they're staying
Wow.
up. They did spend a little bit of money. I agree with you. Maybe not enough. I'm just kind of believing a little bit, partially in the momentum. They won the championship pretty handily. Um, I think Lampard's a bit underrated. I feel like he does do well with some of these like smaller clubs, as opposed to like a Chelsea or something. Um, Urinci's kind of a boomer bust kind of guy. He could do great things for them. He could do a little. Maybe he still needs to develop. Time will tell. But they did sign a few Premier League guys too. Nobody crazy names or
Yeah,
anything, but a
I
little
think
bit
they
of
got
PL
Thomas Davies.
experience. Yeah, I think
I
they
think they
did
got
as
Thomas
well.
Davies. He
Um,
was he was a beast in the World Cup.
yeah. So I like to believe they're staying up. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't have them launching up. I have them barely hanging on, but I think that would be great for them. Honestly, that would be a good season if they're able to stay up.
Um, Ethan, surprisingly, I think this is more surprise than Everton show. He went with Leeds. I
Ooh,
thought Leeds played. I feel like the second half of the season they played excellent. They brought the energy at Ellen Road. They
yeah.
just signed James Trafford, who is a pretty good goalie. I mean, he played in all the FA Cup games, won the FA Cup last year. Before that, he was on Burnley in the Premier League, put in a good showing for decent enough for Man City to sign him back. They brought in somebody else. Why am I forgetting who else they brought in?
Harry Wilson,
They brought in Harry Wilson. Exactly, even better. Brought in Harry Wilson. I think they signed another
uh,
center back.
Muharmovic,
I forget who.
or
Yes,
I
from
don't know how to
Bosnia.
say it, but the guy from
Yeah,
Sassuolo.
yep. They signed him. Strengthened defense. I have Leeds finishing higher, way higher than this, but
Yeah.
Ethan's gone with Leeds in 17th. Doesn't believe in him.
I think yours is the more popular opinion. I feel like the general consensus, not everybody, but most people think they're gonna do better. They showed a lot of positive stuff at the end of last season, which was kind of exciting, even though it was partially started against Chelsea, which was not fun. But um, Sam, same thing as me. He's gone with Coventry. It's a great shout,
He's
man.
believing in the
It's a great shout.
Caleb Urinky.
He's got to back his guy. Grinchi's his
Yeah,
boy. Sam knew about him first. He tried to put the world on, but they just weren't subbed
he
yet.
did.
Make sure you sub now.
Exactly.
Invest in us because
Vid,
we're gonna show you
vid
all the best
video.
talent.
Exactly. Teams Brighton hit me up. They were hitting us up for scouting
They were.
recommendations. Uh, 16th. This is where I actually have Fulham. I think they're gonna drop down to 16th.
Same. I'm just gonna say it
I think
now. I did too.
Arbeloa might be the first coach fired.
Yeah.
Either him or Gary O'Neill. But I don't know how fast. Sometimes like these championship teams, they don't fire their coach because they're like, all right, we know we're gonna get relegated.
Right.
So I don't know how fast the teams that just came up are gonna fire their coaches, but I think Arbeloa might be the first coach fired. But
Yeah. I'm not a big
time will tell.
Arbeloa believer in general. Um,
Yeah,
I know obviously there is a bit of difference between Real Madrid and Fulham, just a slight difference, but like so some people do better at the smaller teams, you know? So it's not always a matter of
yeah,
oh he has worse players, he's going to do worse, but uh I just I think it's a mix of that, the new league, new coach, um as well as like the guys they're kind of relying on like Garcia could have a lot of upside, but he's not fully proven yet, you know?
mhm,
The Prem's a different beast. It might be hard for him. He definitely has loads of
yeah,
potential, but might just not happen right away. And I feel like the loss of Harry Wilson is a big one. Like he kind of had like
yeah, definitely.
a Linsanity run, for lack of a better phrase, of just played really well for months on end last year, and it helped them do well. So I think they're gonna feel that void a little bit, and as well with the new coach, that just a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, agreed. So Ethan had Coventry in 16th. He's believing in Coventry staying up and even passing Leeds.
Wow, wow, that Coventry above Leeds and Newcastle,
He believes
cinema,
in Frank Lampard.
absolute cinema. Sam put Sunderland, similar to me, predicting
Oh,
a bit of a
wow.
fall down that table.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like last season it was like 20th for sure was already settled. 19th was like meh. But like 18th and like 17th, 16th, those were like kind of like wishy washy.
Yeah,
So we'll see who enters a relegation battle. So what are we on? 15th place now? Yep.
yeah,
15th, I have Crystal Palace. They did make some decent signings. I just think Glasner was a big part. They lost Lacroix, who was pretty much a mainstay at center back with Chris Richards and somebody else. I forgot who they had. And yeah, I think without Glasner, I think they'll suffer a little bit. So I had Crystal Palace finishing 15th.
yeah. That's a reasonable shout. I
And they are in Europe too as well, so they have to play both.
That
So
is true. Um, I went with the same. I went with Crystal Palace. I was doing a little bit of
okay.
research for the video on some of the coaches and stuff, and I don't know much about Pierre Sage, I think is his name. I believe he's French
And
and he's coached a little bit in
what club
France.
did he come from?
Somewhere I gotta look again. He came from France, but I know Fought Mob doesn't tell the whole story, but it looked like maybe he
Uh,
went to be like an assistant in between because it was like he was a head coach like 10 years ago, and then there's just like a big gap,
oh,
and then he
really?
started head coaching again a couple years ago. I didn't look super in depth, but as far as I know, he's unproven, and similar to what you said, they did bring a lot of people in, and they have to worry about Europe as well. Glasner, I think, was
Yeah.
underrated. I know they just never got along for some reason, but he's like arguably one of their greatest coaches ever. He won them like 3 trophies.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but
I think he is. I mean,
I mean,
he is. He won their first European
I
trophy.
said that out loud. I was like, he probably is their greatest coach ever. He won them
Yeah,
basically every trophy they have.
yeah. I think it was just due to like the money thing and like the selling of players, which I don't know. I think as a manager of like a lower club, it's tough to demand. Yeah, if you sell this guy, I'm leaving. It's like, well, the club has to make money somehow. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. It's tough. Um,
but
yeah,
so Ethan for 15th went with he. This is where he thinks Fulham will land 15th. So we all think Fulham will have a drop off. Sam
yeah,
thinking they'll have the worst of it,
yeah,
but we all
definitely.
have Fulham kind of in this bottom five, bottom
No,
six.
no are below believers around here.
Yeah.
15th, Sam went with Everton. Thinking a
Yeah.
little similar to you. He's expecting the
Yeah.
fall to continue.
Oh, yeah. So 14th. This is actually where I had Newcastle. I think Newcastle made some signings, decent signings. They brought in, I believe in Matthias. Yes, I think he's a good coach, but I just think the loss in midfield is like very big. Like
Yeah,
Sean Stewart from Ajax, unproven. Bamba, I already said in the Premier League predictions, like awards, not awards, but Premier League predictions, like worst signing. I put Bamba because he's just not of the level of the Premier League. And then you throw in who Lewis Miley, who's young still, got Joe Ellington again, who's good, not great. So that's where I've landed with Newcastle, 14th place.
I think that's fair. Uh, 14th, I went with Nottingham Forest. It was kind of honestly,
I can see that.
I struggled to place them. I definitely think somewhere in the middle's fair. I want to say they finished around there. I think maybe a little closer to relegation last season.
Yeah,
Obviously, they were.
yeah, they were. I think they were going for the Europa
I was
League, and
gonna
then it kind of
say, yeah, that
fizzled out.
they were worrying about the Europa League. Glasner's a good coach. Elliot Anderson
Yeah,
though is definitely a big loss for them, and they haven't really made crazy signings. Obviously, I'm a fan of Gustavo Sa, but they loaned him out. Diomande from Sporting's a good signing, but other than that, they got like Shavish Slogger, I think, right? Is that where he went?
uh, yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
and then
Yeah,
but like Shavish Slogger in 2026 isn't gonna like boost you up the Premier League table, really. I like
yeah.
Glasner. I think he's a good coach, but I just don't think they've made enough financial investment this year to really launch up. It's going to be difficult, I think. But I think they'll comfortably be out of relegation. Like I don't think they're going to
Yeah,
be in
yeah.
any real threat of it either.
So for 14th, Ethan's gone with Crystal Palace, similar to my position. I had him in 15th. Ethan has him 14th.
Yep.
Didn't really made a couple signings playing in Europe. So new coach. So
Same for Sam. You and I both put them
oh
in
yeah,
15th. They both put them in 14th. Crystal Palace.
okay. So moving on to 13th. This is actually where 13th I had Nottingham Forest. Glasner. I think 13th is honestly kind of successful for Nottingham Forest. Last year they finished like 16th or 15th, and they lost Elliot Anderson. They they lost Elliot Anderson, didn't really replace him. Um, haven't really brought in anybody of like that's serious. But I do think Glasner is a good enough to coach to kind of bring these guys. I think it's a similar style too. They were like last season. I think they were playing like a kind of a four in the back, but the season that they made it to Europe, they were playing a three in the back pretty consistently. So I think Glasner's style will work pretty well. And I think, yeah, I think if Forest finishing 13th would be a pretty good season for
I
them.
think that would be decent for them as well, going up a few
Yeah,
places. Especially with, like you said, they made a big chunk of money off Elliot Anderson, so a positive trend and then money to spend is a win-win. So wouldn't be bad at all. 13th is actually where I've gone with Leeds. I'm a little bit
Mm,
contrary to the people
yeah,
who think they're going to get better. I don't think it's a ridiculous take. It's
I think 13th is good for Leeds
yeah.
too. Like,
I don't
think
think it's
about it.
bad.
Like, yeah,
I'm just not like I'm not part of the group that thinks they're going to go to top 10. I don't know.
yeah.
I personally
Like, you
like
can't.
yeah, what were you going to say?
I was just saying, like, you can't just because you sign like two, three players doesn't make you automatically
Right.
better. So they
ex-
could finish the same spot they did last year.
Right, exactly. And I honestly haven't seen like enough of Harry Wilson consistently to know if he's going to like, you know, launch them up the table. I think he's a good signing
Yeah,
and he'll help, but I don't know if him and James Trafford are going to start pushing these guys towards Europe or anything like that.
yeah,
But yeah, solid team. Daniel Farka did well last year to turn things around. Like we've said before, but no crazy improvements. Like you said, I don't think that's a bad season for them. And as always, they're going to be tricky to play. They're going to snag some points off the big teams. Just what they do. What they do.
yeah. So for 13th, Ethan had Bournemouth. Doesn't believe in Bournemouth.
Wow.
New coach. They got a guy from Leipzig. He coached Leipzig, coached Mönchengladbach. I forgot his name.
Oh,
Uh,
I knew, and now
I
I'm
can I
blanking.
can picture it. I can literally picture his face.
I'm about to look right now.
But yeah, look it up real quick.
Oh, Marco Rose.
Yeah, Marco
He's a good
Rose. I
coach
don't know.
too. He's a pretty good coach.
Hmm,
He's not great, but he's good.
but we'll see.
He's
But
had
yeah,
he's had the
Ethan has
moving
Bournemouth.
fluid in this preseason.
Yeah.
But yeah, 13th. This is where Sam put Nottingham Forest. Probably similar
Oh,
thinking to you.
nice.
Thinks Glasner's gonna
Yeah.
get them up there.
So 12th is actually where I had Sunderland finishing, which is still a drop off from last year. They finished 7th last year. Still think 12th is pretty good. I mean, they're going to be playing for Europe. I assume they're probably going to be making it to the latter stages of the competition if anything goes like last year for England. So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's where I have Sunderland finishing.
I've actually gone for their rivals, Newcastle, in
Newcastle.
12th.
All right.
Which is pretty much I
I think
think
that's good.
that's where
Good
they
spot.
were last year. I think there's like a little
Yeah.
bit of cancellation. Like they made a couple decent signings. Obviously new coach and a couple moving pieces to figure out. I for the caliber of team and money that they possess, the team they are, you would have maybe liked to see some more signings, but they did kind of struggle at the end of last season. Um,
Yeah.
so they sold a lot of their key players, which is going to be the tricky part. Like I don't know if they're going to just fall off a cliff because of it, but Tenali, Bruno G, and Anthony Gordon are big losses. So I think maybe the freshness of it will be able to just kind of keep them where they are. Matthias Jassel's a good coach. Not proven in the Prem
Yeah.
yet, but I think they'll be able to float around the middle.
Agreed. So for 12th, Ethan went with Nottingham Forest. So thinking similar to us or
Yeah.
to me. Have you said Forest yet, or did you say
Yeah,
Forest lower?
I had them in 14th.
Okay, yeah. So we've all got Forest around the same spot. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Sam went with Bournemouth in 12th.
Okay, I can
And
see that
I
too. Again, they're
understand it.
playing. They're playing in Europe. New coach. So for 11th, this is actually where I have Bournemouth. Similar reasoning. We kind of already talked about new coach. They do have Ryan, the greatest winger in the Premier League, the best winger in the Premier League, and he's going to show it next season. They have Junior Krupi still, but I think with Europe and everything, just have them finishing a little bit lower. Which I mean, again, 11th is not bad from Bournemouth.
Agreed. 11th, I went with Brighton. Um, they're a good team, you
All right.
know. When I was tinkering around with the list, I had I think the highest I had them was seventh, but then I kind of started like putting other teams in and thinking about things. They did lose as much as sometimes we may kind of meme on it because it's funny because he's old. Danny Welbeck was a big source of goals for them,
Yeah.
and
He honestly was.
like what did he have, like 20 goals in all comps, close to it?
All I don't know about all comps because I don't think they were in Europe,
Oh yeah,
but he definitely had
yeah,
he definitely had 10 goals in the Prem because I remember when they were like
yeah.
Danny Welbeck hit 10 goals in the
I
Prem.
don't
So
I don't know if he got many in the cups or anything, but
yeah,
if he played, but yeah, no Welbeck. I think Matoma's still injured. Um,
he was coming back towards the end of last season, so he might be back.
yeah,
But I don't know if he got like rehurt.
right, or if he's like fully healthy or whatever. They
Yeah,
they lost a couple guys. They lost Van Hecke. Um,
yeah, but they brought in Vuskovic,
they did
so
bring in Vuskovic. Vuskovic is just like, again, what we'll have to see if he can hold up with the Prem physicality, but he's definitely very looks
so
very good.
so I watched some games. He was touted as he was almost a Bundesliga young player this season. I don't know if he ended up getting it, but he was in the he it was him and somebody else. Where I think um the guy Ibrahim Maza on Leverkusen. It was him. Them two were like the two people nominated for like Bundesliga young player this season.
Yeah,
We definitely had a good season in the Bundesliga, but from what footage I've watched of him, he looks like he can't run.
yeah,
Like he doesn't look athletic. He
right.
just look like
Which
I don't know how well that's gonna work in the
yeah,
Prem. So,
that could be
but
very hit or
again,
miss.
if this comes back and Vuskovic is the fastest player in the Prem, you can come at me. But from what I've seen, he does not look athletic.
That's fair. And then kind of
But
the main reason why I had Brighton finishing down here, despite the fact that they're a solid team, solid squad, and did well, is because I feel like if I'm in Brighton's shoes, I almost want to go the Crystal Palace path, and if I see a favorable draw, just put all my eggs in one basket and go for the Conference League.
yeah,
Just because why not?
yeah.
Like I feel like if you're a
I
team
mean,
like Brighton, why not?
think about when Chelsea won the Conference League. They played Legia Warsaw in the
Yeah,
semi-final.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
like,
Like
dude, are we serious?
Brighton could easily win that, if all goes their way. So that's
Yeah,
part of the reason I think they're gonna be down in 11th, but still not a bad finish if that's the case. Losing a couple guys,
I mean, they just brought in Promise David. They have Postulas as well, Georgino Rudder up top as well. So I think this is gonna
yeah,
be good.
I think so too.
So for 11th, Ethan, this is where Ethan's put Everton. He believes this is actually around where they finished last year. I think they finished 11th last year, or might have been. No, they went on a run a little bit, so I think they finished either 10th or 11th. But Ethan believes in Barry and Beto. Apparently, I do not. I think they stink. But
That's fair. Sam went with Leeds here. I like it. I like the Leeds shout. That'd be a good
yeah,
good
I
year
like
for
it.
them.
Yeah, it would definitely would be. Did they keep Dominic Calvert-Lewin or no?
Yeah,
Oh,
they did.
okay.
I think he's just got to stay healthy. Sometimes his fitness is in question. I've heard.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So,
Now
did
the
you read
top 10.
Sam's? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you
Leeds.
did.
Yeah,
To-
top half
So
of the
top
table.
10. Starting my top 10, this is where I put Brighton, similar to what Mason said. Brighton losing a couple guys, playing in Europe. And I think I feel like the places like because England's just gaining more and more European spots at this point, and again, they're probably it's by the end of the season I could see top 10 being Europe just because of the teams like winning. Like if like a team if Sunderland or Brighton or Brentford win their Europe or Crystal Palace win their European competition, that just gives another spot to the league anyway. So it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
but so I have Brighton finishing top 10.
Yeah,
Same reasons that Mason stated.
yeah. Here's where I went with Bournemouth. Similar
Yeah,
reasons. They lost Areola. They're dealing with Europe, but they did keep a lot of their squad, and they have a good squad. They have a great thing going right now. I'm a Bournemouth fan, and I don't even think 10th is a bad finish if they're doing decent in Europa League, maybe getting a couple wins, getting out of the group stage, depending on who they're going against. Um, like we said, they just have this. They always have a constant rotation of young players that I like. They just signed a small handful of U23 guys. I know I'm not huge on Antonio Silva, but Alex Jimenez from Milan as well. They didn't
yeah,
lose. They didn't really lose anything. They didn't lose anyone significant,
no,
other than Senesi, who was good. But outside of that, they didn't lose much. So I think they'll do well. Which again, top 10 isn't bad for them, but unfortunately, I don't think they'll be able to do as well as they did last year, just because of dealing with Europe and losing Areola.
yeah. So for 10th, Ethan has also gone with Brighton.
Good shout. Sam,
With
Sam went
Brighton.
with Brighton as well.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
We're all pretty close on that.
Great minds think alike.
That's true.
So for ninth may seem a little high, but this is where actually I've put Leeds. I'm buying into the Leeds hype train. The
That's
Harry
fair.
Wilson, James Trafford. That's where I have Leeds.
I don't blame you.
Could be Europe. Could be Europe. Could be Europe for them if some results go their way.
Crazy to think that getting ninth in the Prem could get you to Europe. Like
Yeah.
it's fully possible, but it makes sense. They win a lot of games. Uh,
Yep.
Here I've actually got. I mean, compared to everyone else, I've gone pretty high on them. I've actually gone with Everton. I think they're gonna bounce back a little bit.
Wow.
I,
Wow, you believe in the Betu Berry striker duo?
Somewhat. Um, I just think David Moyes is a good coach. In first stint Everton, I felt like they tended to finish a little bit on the higher end, a little more like fifth through 10th type of area.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, no crazy signings really, but they also didn't lose much, and I feel like continuity is definitely something that helps because there's a lot of moving pieces in the Prem this year, which is also what makes it kind of hard to predict. Like, despite the fact they
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
have the greatest team, I just think having a similar style with a decent experienced coach and being able to run it back with a
wow.
similar group of guys, I think they could potentially do a little bit better this year.
Wow. I can't say I agree. I think Everton are gonna do really bad this year.
That's
Hey,
fair. That's fair.
it's the prep, man. It's the prep, man. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
So for ninth, Ethan actually has Sunderland. He does not believe in the fall off of Sunderland.
Wow.
He thinks they're gonna keep chugging along.
Top 10 Sunderland. That hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Here no Barry Golden Boot. For ninth. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting to read this. Sam went with Aston Villa in ninth.
Really?
I'm actually surprised to read that.
Uh,
I guess a couple big losses.
excuse me.
I see where he's coming from.
Did it?
Tillemans is big for them. Morgan Rogers,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean,
And then they're gonna have to play
I don't know,
Champions League on top of that too.
Manzambi. They just got Suzuki from Japan. They just signed Aaron Wan-Bissaka. They did just lose Konza actually. Konza was their starting center back, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see who they replace because I mean, if you think about it, they're still sitting on a large sum of money.
That is true.
So
You never know if they're gonna.
but it'll be interesting to see who they replace.
Where
But I do not believe in that in the Aston Villa. Well,
uh I don't think so either, but like we said, it's the Premier League. You never know.
eighth, this is where I have Brentford. I think Brentford have done a good enough job to prepare for Europe. Um, taking a note, not taking a note because I said this before he said it, but Tom Garrett had Mamadou Sangare as his signing of the season. Exactly what I said. Shout out Tom Garrett for believing in Mamadou Sangare. Brentford finishing 8th place.
Me too. I went with Brentford. I think Keith Andrews did a spectacular job last season. I
Yes,
agree.
sir.
Sangare was a good signing, and back to what I said about the continuity, they haven't really lost anyone, and they did really well last year. So I've also opted to go with Brighton. Brentford in eighth.
Yeah. Ethan's also gone for Brentford.
So is Sam. Whoa! I just looked. Let's go. Hey,
So we
the
all
American the American mates are locked in on number 8.
number 7. This may seem low, but I've gone for Tottenham
Me too.
because I just don't think you can sign a bunch of guys and throw them in a team and be like, "Yep, we're good now."
Yeah,
It's like that. I feel like that just
agreed.
never works. Like, there's not many teams where you sign an entire new back line, an entire new midfield, you throw them in, and you're just
And
like,
even
"Yep,
then,
we're good."
what we have them finishing like 10 places higher than they did last year.
Exactly.
That's
They
a big
finished 17th
improvement.
last year.
That's a really big improvement. Um, and yeah, Deserby's a good coach. A lot of teams are changing manager. I think it's definitely an opportunity for them to maybe get back on their feet, get into Europe again, and just bounce back a little. But yeah, I don't necessarily see them catapulting from 17th to top 5 or anything, but
Yeah.
I think 7th place is a really good finish for them, all things considered. I know people look at the price tags of what they've spent, but you have to factor in this is a team that was nearly relegated last year.
Yep. Uh, Ethan went with Liverpool in 7th. I don't agree at all. I think Liverpool are going to finish higher than 7th. I think this is their bounce back year. I think all their signings are coming back. They've had a year to kind of take a breath. I'm a Man United fan, so I don't want to see Liverpool do good, but I do not think Liverpool are going to finish 7th.
That's fair. Sam's gone with Man United in 7th. Not believing in
Bro,
the Carrick magic.
bro, what? What is this guy? Oh my god, bro! 7th place.
He's not a believer.
I'm gonna hear the teams that he's gonna say finish above Man United, and each one is just gonna be. But it's all right, because you know what? I don't think man, look, dude, you should hear the Man United fans. Like, not like I'm not talking about like the stupid Man United fans on TikTok. Well, I kind of am, but like people that have podcasts, people that are famous for being Man United fans, are saying Man United are gonna win the league, and I'm just like, in what world does Andre Santos win us the Premier League?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh my god. But
No, definitely.
so for now we're in the top 6. Top 6, so
Yeah.
6th place. 6th place, I've gone for Manchester City. I
Wow.
think they're falling off.
No,
I
no
think they're
pep, no
falling off.
party.
Yes, dude. I just remember Enzo Maresca at Chelsea, and I think if he tries to do that at Man City, they're just gonna get. It's not gonna be good. And no Rodri. I think, yeah, when you lose Pep, kind of similar to when Sir Alex Ferguson left, you just lose that spark almost.
Fair.
It's tough to, it's like demoralizing, you know what I mean? It's tough to have the same energy when a new coach comes in, tries to, either do something different or do the same thing, and you're like, oh, because when a new coach comes in, all it takes is that like one game or two games in a row where it feels off, and then you're already like, yep, this guy's done. And then once once you start that downhill, it's tough to come
Yeah.
back from it.
No, that's
I've
fair.
gone with Man City in 6th.
You know, it sounds a little crazy, but I could see it. I could see it. It's a big change. I actually a little bit similarly to Ethan, I've gone with Liverpool here. Um, it's just, I feel like there's still a little bit of question marks. Um, obviously Iraola is a really good coach. I think he fits the Liverpool style. They're gonna play some good attacking football, but they haven't had an insane transfer window. I look around and I feel like there's
Yeah,
a bit of a hole on the right side of the field. They obviously didn't lose much. I know Mo Salah is a little bit like washed or whatever, but it's still kind of a big loss. Um, and they who else they lost Konate, but they did sign
yeah,
Jaquette or whatever his name is. But I think he's hurt. You said
yeah.
right? I remember you mentioning that in a
He
previous
just
video.
just came back.
Mhm.
He just came back, but he's also 19, so
Right.
they're probably
He
not gonna play
he
him
might
a
not be
whole
a
lot. But
instant impact kind of guy. Ronald Araujo, it was a weird signing, but it has upside. It's not terrible.
he has experience.
Yeah, he
I
has
mean,
experience.
played over like probably like 200 games for Barcelona, so
Yeah. So
he's
I I just think it might be a lot of moving pieces dealing with the Champions League as well and just maybe a slightly underwhelming transfer window, but
yeah.
top 6, nothing to be ashamed of either.
I think Ethan has Aston Villa finishing sixth,
Okay.
so again I could see Aston Villa finishing there. I think anything there is
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Sam went with Newcastle finishing 6th. He thinks they're going to
Bro,
make a big
what?
turnaround.
What are the picks, bro? Bro, Newcastle ahead of Manchester United. When, bro? Like what? Like what?
He believes in
With
the Liga Portugal
he
players.
yeah, he believes in Bamba. Bamba, who plays like with a chicken with his head cut off. I've never seen that guy Bamba make a pass. All he can do is run.
Never completed one
Stewart from
pass.
Ajax. Stewart from Ajax. He's whatever. The defense, yeah, they brought Dedic. What about their center backs? Botman, Botman, the fans want to run Botman out of the club with pitchforks. They don't want that guy anymore. Then you have Dan Burn, who can't move. So I don't know how Newcastle is gonna finish in fucking fifth
I would be
or
impressed if
sixth.
they did.
But oh my god, can't believe it.
That brings us to
Uh,
the top 5.
fifth, fifth place. This is where I have Aston Villa.
Mm.
I think, despite their losses, I did make this before Ezri Konza left, so I am concerned now about Ezri Konza leaving. But if they can find a good replacement center back, I think they'll be good. I feel like every signing they've lost, they've pretty much replaced them pretty well. So
That is true. I'm going to be honest. I had Aston Villa in 4th. I didn't want to change my list around too much, but because of Ezri Konsa, I think I'm putting them to 5th. It's just they've already lost a couple big guys. That's another one.
yeah,
It's hard for me to put them top 4. But they're always underrated somehow. They're consistently up there lately. Unai Emery has done very, very well with this team. Um, so I think top 5, considering losing Tielemans, Rogers, and Konsa. I think that's still a great finish while playing in the Champions League as
oh yeah,
well.
100%.
Nothing wrong with that. I think that would be a really good season. But ultimately, I'm making a game time decision to bump them down because of the fact they lost those 3 major players. Yeah, let me see. Damn, went with Spurs here. He thinks they are making that catapult jump.
Ethan also went with Tottenham here. I just don't see it. I think there's just too many new guys.
Yeah, never know, but I don't see it either. I think it's going to be a little too chaotic.
All right, top four. This is where I have Man United finishing, which again would not be a bad season for Man United,
No,
and it honestly would be pretty good compared to seasons past. I mean, if, back to back top four finishes. We finished third last year. If we finish fourth again, I think that's a success. especially with the team that we have. These Man United fans, again, I'll support any player that plays for Man United, you know, but Andre Santos is not winning us the league. Yuri Tielemans is not winning us the league. We don't have a left back. Our left back looks like he's been to the chip shop too many times.
The
I
chip
think
shop.
I think our left I think our left back is over 200 pounds. And I'm not joking.
No,
I think he's over 200. I think he's over 200 pounds. And he's 5'8".
holy
Not a
shit.
not not a good.
No,
So
that's
I don't think
absurd.
Man United with this back line, I don't think Man United is gonna be winning the title. So I have Man United finishing fourth. Again, which I think is a good season for Man United.
Mini Pekka
As a
left
Man
back.
United fan.
Uh, yeah, same. I initially had Man United in fifth prior to the great switch, but I have them in fourth. I just think they could, if they really wanted to compete for a title, they could use some more signings.
Definitely.
Also playing in Europe again, Champions League. It's going to be difficult. They have some holes that need to be filled. They've got a decent start, but I feel like they just need one or two more things to tip the scales, and I don't know if the owners are going to give them that. But Casemiro was a big loss. Tielemans and Andre
Yeah.
Santos, good signings, good Premier League players. I don't know. As a Chelsea fan, I always feel so 50-50 on Andre Santos. Like I
Yeah.
felt like he had potential when he was there, but I don't think he's like the win now type of signing.
Yeah. He's also like I think he's definitely a role player and he's definitely would be a great player, but he's not a marquee signing type of player that's
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, this guy
exactly.
is the changer. It's like, no, he's gonna come in, probably gonna do his job pretty well, but
Yeah.
that's it at the end of the day. Just like
He feels like a cog in a larger machine, basically. Like he's
yeah,
a guy that could play a role on a successful team, but he's not going to be the guy to make your team successful.
yeah, yep,
Agreed.
100%.
Agreed.
So Ethan top four, he's gone with Man City. Still a fall off from what they are. I don't think can't even tell you the last time they finished outside of the top two. So
True.
uh top four is still probably a disappointing season for them. So
Yep.
yeah, Ethan has Man City top in fourth place.
Sam also went with City here. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Top
Uh
three.
third place. Third place, I might stir something up. I have Arsenal, the title winners in
Ooh,
third place. And I'll give you
interesting.
a reason. I think it's always tough being the title winners and coming back and winning it. I think we've been spoiled these past couple of years by Man City. Like I think people have become to think it's easy to win back-to-back titles, but we
True.
kind of saw this past season with Liverpool. You know, they won the title, they spent $300 million, and they finished like sixth
True.
or fifth. So it's not always easy. Arsenal, yeah, they maintained most of their squad. They brought in Tizolis. They brought in Bruno Guimaraes. Their defense has stayed the same. And I still think they'll do well. I honestly could see it being like a three-way title race, kind of. But I think Arsenal have a little bit of a fall off, especially with the rule changes. I think the refs are going to be tighter on them on corner kicks and stuff. So I think their main way of scoring goals might be taken away from them.
That's fair. That's fair. I still top three ain't bad, man. Top some of the Arsenal fans might get mad at you, but it's not like you're putting them outside top four or anything. I mean, top three's not bad.
Yeah.
Third, I went with Man City here. I think Pep is a big loss, but they still have really quality players. And Maresca is someone who learned under Pep, kind of had a similar style to him a little bit. So I don't think it will be a big loss in the way that you said of like almost as just like the figurehead of I'm sure guys who play for Pep always kind of have a sense of belief like this guy's going to figure it out. He's been there. He's done that. He's done a lot of things. So just that element, I think, is definitely gonna cause them to fall a little bit, as well as the fact that Maresca is just simply not Pep. Like it is what it is, but
Yeah,
still a good team. Still not a bad finish, but it is like you said that they don't. It's seldom that they finish outside of the top two these days.
yeah. So Ethan's agreed with me here. He has Arsenal finishing in third place.
Sam went with Liverpool. Bounce back for them
All right,
under
that's
Iraola.
good.
I did have them there at one point when I was making my list, so I don't think that's ridiculous. I think they could definitely pull that off.
But we have our final two.
Ooh,
We might as well just say who we have winning the title because there's only one team
true.
left after we say number two. So number two, I've gone with Liverpool. I think Iraola gets it done. I think
Wow.
he has that kind of I think so like Klopp obviously was this very high pressing, hardworking team. And I think Slot was kind of not the opposite, but Slot kind of brought in like a very like, you know, slow tempo, which was what they're like different from what they're used to. So I think Liverpool bringing in a coach like Iraola who loves to play on the counter attack, loves to press. I think he'll do good with this Liverpool team. I think he has it finishing second. And again, like my like our Premier League predictions video from last week, I have Chelsea winning the Premier League. I think Xabi Alonso. I think Xabi Alonso is a under underestimating. I think he's an underestimating merchant. When he's underestimated, that's when he does good.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I'm itching for a Premier League title. Salivating. Second place, I have gone with Arsenal. I actually think they made really good signings. I think they did
Yeah, they did.
what a champion team should do. Especially they probably brought in a bunch of Champions League money. They brought in the Premier League money. I think they did exactly what they needed to do. They signed guys. I think they upgraded a lot of guys. I think Tzolis was an upgrade from Trossard. I think Bruno G was a great signing, and now they're about to get Esri Konsa to add to the back line. I it's going to be a tough team to beat, and I really wouldn't be surprised if they went back to back. I just think it was a long season for a lot of their guys. You know, we've talked about it, and I know you could
Yeah.
say that about everyone. These are all top level players playing a lot of games, but UCL final, winning the Premier League, and kind of having to try till the end of the season. A lot of those guys played in the World Cup. You could kind of see the injuries starting to like start a little bit in the World Cup.
Saliba's still not back,
Yeah, and
so it
they
wasn't.
not like they get a ton of rest either on these World Cup years. It's kind of a quick turnaround. I think it could play a
Yeah.
factor for sure. It could play a factor. Um, Again, Arsenal fans, don't come at my throat. Seen you guys in the comments before. You're a little bit aggressive, but
Oh, good. Bring it on.
yeah,
I'll reply right
because
back to
London's
them.
blue, and that's why Chelsea are who I put in first. I think my boys are coming for what's theirs. I'm sticking with my guns. We only have to focus on the league. We're not in Europe. Xabi Alonso's a great coach. We've made tons of signings. Some people probably don't agree with that. You know, the Premier League purists are probably putting Chelsea in like third or fourth because they probably don't think it's possible to win the league with all these moving parts, which is a fair argument, but I don't know. I just think we're due. We're making better signings. We're not just signing 19-year-olds that we're gonna flip for a profit. We're signing the Danny Welbecks, the experienced guys, the Premier League guys, the Morgan Rogers, not some prospect from Spain or Italy. We're
Yeah.
signing guys that have done it in England and can
It's
do it.
funny you say that because Chelsea actually have signed prospects from Italy and Spain.
We're doing that too. We're doing that too, but we're not just doing that anymore. Because for a while it felt like that's it was like our owners were just like must gain profit, sign young
Yeah,
player and flip him. But like Lacroix, Rogers, guys like that can help. Jordan Henderson, Danny Welbeck, those are important signings. As well as the Kendas, Palestras, et cetera, Barco. A lot of potential there, and I think Xabi Alonso's a very adaptive coach. You know, he
yeah,
can come up with tactics. He figures it out on the go, and I think he's honestly, I wouldn't even say underrated. I think he's a well-rated coach. He gets his flowers.
yeah.
Yeah, just a very good
What
coach.
did what did Sam have for this one?
Sam, I think. Hold on, I lost it for a second here. I think he went. Yeah, he went the same as me. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1.
Well, it's 4 for 4, but different second place. Ethan's gone with Manchester United in second place.
Wow.
As a Man United fan, I just don't agree. I don't know. I think Man United are gonna have a good season. I'm not saying Man United are gonna be in 10th, but I just don't see us challenging for the title. I just don't think our defense is good enough. But Ethan loves Michael Carrick. Again, like I said, I'll back any Man United player. I'll back any Man United manager. But I did not want Carrick to get the job, but he did. So we have Carrick. I'm gonna back him until he's gone. But I don't think we're gonna get. I just don't think we're gonna finish that high. But Ethan
Fair.
has Manchester United second, and Chelsea as the winners. Let them know when Chelsea win the title, you come back to this. Come back to American mates.
Yep. Bring
I
on the
guarantee
hate.
you we're the only. I guarantee you we're the only ones calling it right now.
Yeah. I want everyone to go into the comments and talk shit about Chelsea to me. Get me fired up. Get me excited for the season so I can remember and I can come back when
That's
it's over.
Mason's coffee in the morning.
Yeah,
Mason's coffee in the morning is reading your comment.
it is. It is. Speaking of which, if you like this video, please comment down below what predictions you agree or disagree with. Please drop a like, subscribe, share this with a friend. If you made it through this whole hour-long video, we do appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed what we brought to you, and we're really excited
Yes,
for this
sir.
Premier League season. It's going to be an exciting one. Make sure to stick around
It's gonna
for
be a long one.
international talk, Liga Portugal talk, Premier League talk, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, Champions League. We're going to have fun this season. We're coming back. Second season of the American Mates return.
Yes, sir.
Very, very excited. Till next time.